Hello, everybody. It's Facebook Live time, which means it's Thursday, and it is, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Mountain, and then 4 o'clock Pacific. So it's time for Facebook Live. That's super exciting. So hello, everybody. I hope you guys all had a great week. I did. Excuse me. I don't really want to say this out loud because I feel like I'm going to jinx myself. Maybe if I whisper, I think I'm not sick anymore, really. So yay that I don't think I'm sick anymore. So I better knock on this whole wood desk that I do stuff on just to make sure that, nothing comes around and whams me. So let's just be hopeful. We'll have a positive outlook on things, and then maybe things will be good. So yeah, it looks like people are coming on. So hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so excited to be here again to show you some super fun things. So please share the video if you are so inclined to do that. I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, so I'm trying to think if I have any fun little stories to share with you. And sometimes they just pop into my mind when I'm just blabbing along here. So yes, hello Debbie, hello Kathy, hello everyone. Usually I have some funny stories about my kids, but I don't think my son's done anything that's like really funny, so yeah, maybe something will pop into my mind. Anyway, in case you guys don't know, yesterday was May 1st, right? And that means that the Everything is Rosy product medley went live yesterday, which means you can all order it. So yay. Mine will be here tomorrow. So I think I'm going to do a little impromptu Facebook Live tomorrow. I don't know when it's going to arrive. My UPS arrives anytime between noon and 8 p.m. So it could be anytime. Who knows what it's going to get here. But I'll kind of try to post a little teaser on this page that says, maybe I'll be live in 15 minutes or something like that. So you get a little bit of a warning. But I want to go live with it when I get it so that I can show you all the amazing stuff that is in it, because you're going to want it because it's amazing. So anyways, I should be getting that tomorrow, providing that UPS comes to my house, which I'm hoping that they will. So what else? I got a really nice card from Nancy. Nancy was sitting next to me on stage, and I believe Nancy is a downline of Pam, who was also at the event with us. And so Nancy, I don't know if you're watching or if you watch me, but thank you so much, Nancy. That was super sweet of you. And she sent me just the nicest note. And my gosh, she has beautiful handwriting. Look at that. Yes, she has beautiful handwriting. And so thank you so much, Nancy. I really appreciate that very much. Okay. In case you guys didn't know, Paper Pumpkin for May, you must be signed up by the 10th of May in order to receive the kit. And the kit is called Hugs from Shelly, or Hugs for You. I don't really know. It was designed by Shelly Gardner, who was the former CEO of Stampin' Up. Her daughter is now the CEO of Stampin' Up. So here is one of the cards that the kit's going to make, and it comes with a little envelope that's got some fun detail on it, and it's super cute. It's totally Shelly style, so I'm super excited about that. So if you do want to get that, you do need to be signed up for Paper Pumpkin by May 10th to do that. Let's see. I need to probably not do as much of blah, blah, blah this week because my son is in track practice and my husband is working and my daughter is, who knows, she's a senior this year. She's graduating in like 3 weeks. Who knows where she is? So I need to pick him up. So I told him that I probably wouldn't be done before 6, so he's not expecting me to be done before 6, so I got to make sure that I'm done by 6. Well, I mean, in an hour. It's 6 o'clock my time. So anyways, so let's just move on with the prizes from last week. Let's see. I had a package of the Tropical Escape DSP for ordering, and Marsha Riddle is the winner of this DSP for ordering from me last week. And in fact, Marsha ordered from me yesterday, and guess what she ordered? You're right, the Everything is Rosy bundle, and she's going to love it. So anyways, I'll be sending this out to Marsha, so I'm going to throw that back there. commenting on the video. I love to see you guys comments. I love it when you ask me questions. I love it when you help me decide what to do with my cards. Just that kind of stuff. I appreciate that very much. And so Wendy Winter is the winner of a package of greeting cards that I have here. And so Wendy, you will need to Facebook message me your address because I don't know what it is. And then lastly, for sharing the video, the person who wins gets the cards that I made last week. These are the 2 cards that I made last week. We have this little guy here that has a little, I had to fix something on it, little band that opens up, and then we have the inside of the card. And then we had this one. And if you guys watched me last week, you can see I redid this and the coloring is so much better. I used the dark gray, gorgeous grape on the word birthday last week, and it was awful. You couldn't even see it. I mean, you couldn't read the word birthday because it was dark along with the black ink that I used. So I redid this little piece right here, colored it with the light Highland Heather Stampin' Blend, and it looks much better. And then we had this cute little box bag pouch that I made. There was Reese's peanut butter cups in there. Guess what? Yeah, I ate them. So, yeah. So the winner of these items for sharing the video is Roseanne Gentry. So Roseanne will get these 2 cards and this little bag. And Roseanne does happen to live here in Sheridan, so I don't have to give her a kit. I can actually give her the bag because I'm not going to be mailing it. Oh, I'm going to put it back there. Okay. Oh, did you guys know that our new catalog is coming out in like a month? It is. Look at that amazing thing. You know what else? Today was our demonstrator pre-order day, which means Stampin' Up! Gave us a selection of items that we could order out of this beauty here. And so, yeah. And so just in case you guys are wondering, if you sign up to be a demonstrator in the month of May, you can add anything off of our pre-order as well to your starter kit. So you could start out immediately with brand new products from the catalog that no one else is going to have. And the kit is $99 plus tax. And you get $125 worth of merchandise in the kit that you choose. And like I said, you can choose the same things that I got to choose in my order today. So, and in my order, well, I got to order some stuff last month too because I went to Onstage, but I did get some more in-color card stock. I got every ribbon that we could get, every embellishment that we could get. Yes, Teresa, I know, new catalogs are so exciting. And so those of you that are my customers that have ordered from me in the past 6 months, $50, your catalogs are already ready. I mean, I told Stampin' Up! I wanted them to send them to you, so they'll be sending them out a little bit later this month. And then I will be sending you an envelope with some things in it. Ooh, I should show you what's in it, including... yeah, an in-color bookmark that I put together. Cute, that shows you all the in colors, their inks, as well as the cardstock. So everybody gets one of these. I usually enclose like a wish list, a welcome letter, a list of all of our bundles, and I don't know what else. Who knows what else I'll stick in there? Whatever I feel at the time. So those will be going out this month too. So yay for that. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera and get started. So let's do this. Oh, sorry. Oh, now you're going to see up my nose. I moved my head just in time because, you know, nobody wants to see that. All right, I zoomed in. Last week I had somebody tell me it was zoomed in too much. So let me know if you guys think it's zoomed in too much and I can adjust it. I need to move some things out of the way here and get my bucket of goodies for our first project. I need to find my reading glasses so I can wrap those babies around my neck. And I need my paper cutter. Excuse me. So there's that. Okay. So here are our cardstock pieces. We have a piece of Berry Burst, which is a retiring color. And it measures 5.5 by 11. And then I have some little pieces of Whisper White. There's 4 of them. They all measure 2.5 by 4 3/4. And then I have a little scrap of Old Olive that I've die cut a little leaf out of. So yes. So here's my paper cutter. Now, in case you guys are not aware, this paper trimmer is retiring. Stampin' Up! Is retiring this paper cutter. So the scoring blades, the cutting blades, all the stuff's retiring. Well, some of the things are sold out. These little cutting strips in here and the scoring blades are sold out. And the blades, they are going to keep getting shipments of these blades in through, I believe they told us, September of this year. So if you currently have this trimmer, go to my online store at shoppingwithbarb.com, put in the item code 126995, and it's going to tell you this item is currently unavailable. Do you want to be emailed when they come back in stock? Put your email address in there so that when these come back in stock, if you want them, you can order them. They're going to limit them to 6 per person per order. So, and I believe there's supposed to be some more coming in like the first of next week. So if you need some, go ahead and go to my website. Like I said, put the code in 126995 and click that you want to be notified when they're actually in stock. And then you'll be notified and you can order them. So like I said, they're supposed to be getting shipments through September to help everyone that maybe has purchased the trimmer that needs replacement blades to keep using it. So, all right. Anyways. Berry Burst is a retiring in color. This is 5.5 by 11. And Sad Day, so everyone knows, Lemon Lime Twist cardstock sold out. So I hope that if any of you wanted Lemon Lime Twist, you were able to get it, and that you're not sad. Okay, so I am scoring this. I scored it at 2 3/4, and I went to 5.5, and now I'm going to come out to 8 1/4. So I'm basically scoring it every 2 3/4. So now I have 4 equal panels that are all 5.5 by 2 3/4. Okay. All right. I'm going to put this trimmer behind me. So then I need to fold this. So this is going to be the front, and then we're going through. So I just folded it just like a little accordion. So it's like a big W. Need a bone folder. Whoops, that was kind of loud. So I am going to fold these, or burnish these, I guess is what I'm doing. I'm not folding them because they're already folded. Okay, so now I have that, and I'm going to bring in, I got a lot of stamps here. I'm going to bring in this everyday label punch, and I'm going to punch the bottom of each one of these little sections. So what I'm doing is I'm lining it up so that the top of my punch is in the center of the piece of cardstock of that section. And then right here, I'm just putting the cardstock right to the edge of that first little kind of notch thing. Let's get over to step. And I'm flipping it off like that. Okay. So I'm going to come in here, do the same thing. I'm lining it up from the side, you know, this little section here is in the middle of my punch. And then I'm coming down so that it's right here on this little edge. And I'm going to keep doing that all the way over. Okay. This is an oldie but goodie card. These have been around for a while, and I'm going to tell you what they're called here in just a sec because I can't remember. But I made one a long time ago, and it's called like a screen card or something. What did I do with my cheater piece that tells me what it is? Ugh! Well, it's like going to end up being like those folding screens that you would have in your house to, like, you know, block off rooms. Like if you had a big, huge, large room and you wanted to separate it out, you could put one of these screens up and do that. So this is kind of like the screen room divider card is what it is. So we have our main piece done here. So that's what that kind of punch does at the bottom. Pretty cool. Screen fold. Thank you, Angela. And Angela is the one who inspired me to make this. Angela is one of my customers. Thank you, Angela. And this morning on my VIP page, I posted a color challenge yesterday. And Angela went ahead and she always does this. She's amazing. She's an amazing stamper and she contributes every week. And I appreciate that so much in case I haven't ever told you that. Anyway, she posted one of these screen fold cards and it was amazing. I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I remember those and I'm going to make one. So thank you so much. Okay, so then these pieces all go on these panels here like so. All right, so we are going to be using the Needle and Thread stamp set. This is in the Occasions catalog right now. It is retiring along with the Needlepoint Elements framelets. And you can see I already did do one of the dies from this set is this little label-y type thing. And all it does is put all these little dots. So it's really, really cool. And this actually coordinates with our, where is it? Not right there. It is, oh, in my stash of punches somewhere, this pretty label punch. So you can do this little dotted guy, and then you can punch it out so that it's actually just a little bit of a border, but that's not what I'm doing with it today. So what I'm going to do with it is I'm leaving it there, and I'm going to stamp a sentiment inside there. And then I have this little leaf here, is also one of the dies that's in this set. And I think I said it's retiring. If I didn't, it is. And so if it's something that interests you, you need to get it right away. Okay, so now we need some stamps, and we have a lot of them. This set has a lot of stamps. It has a lot of fun sentiments. And so I'm going to bring a lot of them in here. And I've got 3 ink colors. And I took this out of the Designer Series paper that goes along with this suite of products. It's called the Needlepoint Nook Designer Series paper. And it just has some really fun patterns in it. We've got this Poppy Parade kind of stitched with that on the back. This one with the green on the back. We have the Highland Heather page here. And so I kind of use this pattern here to get my Berry Burst and the Blushing Bride and the Highland Heather along with the Old Olive. So those are the colors that I'm going to use. Throw that out of the way. So now I need to just start decorating all these panels. So the first one I'm going to bring is this one here. Bring it down. I need a scrap paper and I need this chair out of my way before I trip on it. That would be super fun. Okay, I need to make sure that I'm in the screen here, or in the scene, in the shot, so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, so we've got the Old Olive and the Berry Burst. And so I'm going to stamp this thing here. This is like a set of leaves. I think you can kind of see what that is. A set of leaves. And I'm going to stamp it about like that. And then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to just barely bring it into the top here. Like that. Okay. And then I have the large flower, and I need to, my Berry Burst pad is a little over inky. I was a little bit crazy with the ink, so I'm going to smash some of the ink down into the pad so it's not quite so dark. And so now when I kind of gently tap it up, ink it up, it's not going to be quite as inky, and I should get a pretty decent impression. So if you're wondering, a lot of our new stamps are this distinctive type stamp, and you can see all the different opacities, and you can actually see real detail in there. That is what those stamps do. That kind of stamps called distinctive, and we have quite a few of them in the catalog. Some are photopolymer, some are, I had to trim something off there, some are cling mount. And so we're going to do this again, and we're going to bring this in here like so. So we just have a little bit of decoration there. Then we're going to move on to our next panel here, which is this one. And we're going to use, what do we need? We need the friend sentiment. So here's my word friend. And I'm going to stamp that like right in the center in the Old Olive. Okay. And that looks a little crooked. Good thing my paper has 2 sides, right? Okay, we're going to try this again. Sometimes my eyeballs do not see straight. That one is better, so we're going to go with that. And I'm also going to bring in my Highland Heather ink. And then I've got this fun little dotted stamp. So I'm going to ink that up. And right here at the top of the cardstock, there's like that little dotted line. I'm going to put that like right at the top. Okay, and I'm kind of leaning over my camera, so hopefully my hair doesn't like fall in there like that. And then we're going to do one more. So do any of you guys have this stamp set or these dies? They are so fun. I've got some cards I want to show you after I'm done with this. Okay, so that's all the stamping on that layer. And we've got this one here that, like I said, I already have the little dotted image in there. And that one I am going to do almost the same thing that I did on the first one, but kind of backwards. So I'm going to kind of make it light, or not very many leaves at the bottom. Oh, I don't have my ink pad. I'm using the Old Olive again. And then we're going to bring this up to the top. Okay. Then we're going to gently tap, tap, tap this. And we're going to try to get that in there in the right spot. Tap it up again, and we will put it right here. I think like that. Okay. So, oh, we need the sentiment on there too. So my sentiment is going to be in Highland Heather, and the sentiment is this guy here that says, people like you make the world a better place. So there's just so many great sentiments in here. Oh, let's hope that Barb can get this in here straight. A little concerned. Oh, close. It could be over a little bit, but we're going to leave it because, you know, can't always be perfect. It's a handmade card, right? Handmade cards are not always perfect. All right, we're going to bring in our last panel here. And I have, where is it? Is it in my bucket? Oh, no, here it is. This is one of the long stitching pieces that comes in the set. So we've got these little cute stitching stamps. So I'm using this one here, that little stitching stamp. And I'm going to put this one at the top and bottom of the card also. So I'm inking it up. Oh, I don't have my ink in there. Sorry. I'm inking it up in Highland Heather. And I'm going to stamp it across the top, ink it up again, flip the paper, and stamp it again. Okay, so we have that. So now I'm done with the purple. I do need the Berry Burst. Ooh, I need a little scrap of Blushing Bride. Here's one. Okay, so the set also comes with this adorable little dotted butterfly. And so we're going to ink that up just gently. Stamp that. That's kind of crappy. We're going to try it again. Oh, am I in the frame? Gosh, you guys, sorry. Sometimes I'm not. Nope, crappy again. I think I pressed too hard. There, that'll work. So then, in case you don't know, that our Duet Butterfly Punch will punch this little guy right out. Isn't that amazing? So we're going to get that. Oh, that flew clear over all my goods there. Okay. Oh, I need to get these cards out so I can show them to you before I forget. All right. So then my butterfly, the butterfly stamp or punch is designed in case you wanted to put the butterfly body in there. Well, I do have the stamp set that has the butterfly body, but this stamp set does not come with a butterfly body. So I am just going to cut out that little tiny spot where the body would be. And then I'm just going to add a tiny bit of glue. Come on out, glue. There we go. Just a tiny bit. And I'm going to set that like right there. Okay. So now I have my 4 panels. Let me slide this over here. So my panels are all stamped and they look amazing. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put one thing on here. Hello. All right, scoot that in. So I need another sentiment here. This one says, sending you, what does it say? Sending you happiness and love. And that is going to be on the front, and we're going to do it right here. There we go. Okay, that's done stamped now. Okay, so I also have, what did I do with them? These little buttons. These are our 2017-2019 in color flower buttons. Now, these are the colors that are retiring. And so I'm going to pull out some of these little guys here. And I'm going to add some of them to the project. And they're really flat, which is really nice because they're perfect for mailing. They're not going to add a lot of bulk to your project. And I'm just going to add these with a mini glue dot. So I'm going to put one of those on that panel. Come on. And a powder pink one here. Powder pink one up, well, maybe over here. Okay. And then I have another one, another Berry Burst. We're going to scoot this down. That's going to go on the end piece, but I'm putting my ink pads away, you guys, because I will dip my fingers in there and make a gigantic mess. Okay. So I need this little guy. Pop out the center of those petals. Isn't that cute? But I don't need 3 leaves. I'm only going to use 2. So I'm just going to come in here and trim this little guy right off. There, so now I only have 2. All right, so now I'm going to add just a tiny bit of liquid glue. My eyeballs are not working. Just right here, so the glue will come out. What is the deal, you silly glue? using it a lot earlier, and sometimes when I use it a lot, it gets kind of clogged. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and set that right there, and then we can add our last button with a glue dot right on top of that. So cute! Okay, now where's the lid to my buttons? Right here. So now all I have to do is just assemble. And if you want, you could layer these. Like I made my panels all 2.5 by 4 3/4. Well, you could make these panels like 2 1/4 by 4 1/2. And then you could layer them on another piece that was a little bit bigger. Some fuzz. Okay. Ooh, Teresa just said she loves my color combo. Thanks, Teresa. It was all thanks to the Designer Series paper. Whenever I'm stumped for color combinations, I a lot of times will grab a pack of Designer Series paper or look in the catalog at Designer Series paper packs, and I will find color combinations that way. And it is super, super helpful. Okay, I'm hoping that these all are going to line up nicely. I probably ought to have my glasses on. Maybe I'll find them and stick them on. My regular glasses. All right, and then our front piece right here. And since it was originally 5.5 inches tall, 5.5, it just fits into a regular envelope, guys. Okay, so there it is. And then when the person gets it, they can like set it on their desk, and you can write your little message right here, telling them how wonderful they are, thanking them for something. But anyways, I just thought that was super cute. So thank you again, Angela. She is the one who inspired me to make one of these, and I love it. All right, so somebody's going to win that next week. As you guys know, sharing the video gets you in the drawing for the cards. I'm going to quickly clean off my stamps so that when I put them back, they're not dirty and then get all over everything. This is my lovely Stampin' Chamois. I literally, seriously, just rinsed it out before I went live, so it is clean, even though it looks like a mess. It's totally clean. Oh, I got this large flower here we need to clean up too. Okay, so as I promised, here are some other cards that I happen to have. Some I made, some I got in swaps using the Needlepoint Nook bundle. And so I want to show you. So this is something I made on a Facebook Live. Oh gosh, I don't even remember. November or something like that, maybe. And it's a little Post-it note holder. It's like a little desk mount Post-it note holder. And it uses some of the Needlepoint Nook Designer Series paper. Nothing else on here is Needlepoint Nook, but I love that paper. It's super cute. This is a card that I made for my Big Shot at Home class that is starting again this month in May. And how that works is for 4 months, I send out supplies to create cards. There's no stamped images, so I just sent out little pieces of gray for this card. No stamped images. Little pieces of cardstock that are maybe die cut, and then the directions to put it all together. So this is one of those fun cards. We have this one here where it's just a lot of the fun stamping. Yay, Teresa's part of this club, so she can hardly wait. And I don't know if I mentioned this. I also run an in-color club every year with the new catalog. And so if you want to join that, you can just send me an email, barb@barbstamps.com, or you can check out the information on my blog at barbstamps.com. So each month you would get one of the in colors, and you would get an ink pad, a half a pack of cardstock, the marker, the refill, the Designer Series paper, the, what do we have this year? Faceted dots and ribbon. And then you can add on the Stampin' Blends if you want. And then I also do sell catalog, or I'm taking reservations for catalog product shares, which is like all the Designer Series papers. You would get a sampling of those, or all the ribbons, or all the embellishments, or everything. The I Want It All is also available. And all that stuff's on my blog at barbstamps.com. So moving on, here's another one where we get that fun little dotted die here in the back, and then the flower and the leaf images along with some pearls. We've got this. With the friend that we just used, some of the DSP. This little tag, this blue tag, is included in that bundle, which is really fun. Here's a super simple card. You could make a ton of these super quickly. Just a piece of Designer Series paper, a little butterfly stamped and cropped out of the Designer Series paper, a sentiment, and you're good to go. This one, a fun fold. We all love fun folds. There's that fun little die in the middle with the sentiment on there. And then the flowers. And then this is our sprig punch. Fun. And then this is a card that I made that it was kind of boring to me. I didn't know it needed something else, but I wasn't sure what to do with it, you know, so you just go with it. So it's the double flowers. Here's the leaf images, that little dotted line there, the friend, and then the butterflies. So a fun group of products. And now we will move on to, ooh, this is a fun one. This is a card. I was actually sitting here this morning or this afternoon trying to decide what am I going to show you guys. And this card that I made, oh my gosh, I think 3 years ago popped into my brain and I was like, oh my gosh, that's the one I'm going to make. So it's a fun card. I hope you guys like it. I got my color combination off of the Color Coach, and I have talked about this before, but you can find this download on my blog if you're interested in getting it. You would print this off. I printed mine on Whisper White cardstock, and then you cut it apart, and then I put it on a ring so I can see, you know, just at a glance what I want to do here. So I wanted to use Berry Burst, and so I pulled up the Berry Burst card. And one of the color combinations on here is Berry Burst, Mango Melody, and Soft Seafoam. So that's what we're going to use. We're doing that today. Okay. So here are some blends, markers. And we've got some Memento ink. Here's our cardstock. So I have a crumb cake card base, 8.5 by 5.5. A layer of crumb cake, 4 by 5.25. And then I have scraps of Soft Seafoam, Mango Melody, Berry Burst, and white, along with a 2 by 4.25 inch strip of white. And I've got my scallop tag topper punch here, so we're going to slide that in. Ooh, and just as a little teaser, we are coming out with another tag topper punch in the new catalog. I can hardly wait. I did order that on my pre-order today, so I'll be getting that. Well, maybe I'll have it by next week. I'm not sure. We'll see. Sometimes shipping can be a little bit slow. Then I've got a 3/4 inch circle punch. This one is retiring this year, so if it's one that you want, get it before it is gone. And I'm giving myself a 3/4 inch circle out of all 4 colors: the Soft Seafoam, the white, the Mango Melody, and the Berry Burst. And then I also have the 1 inch circle punch. I'm doing the same thing. Oops. So I'm getting a 1 inch circle out of all these colors. Okay. Get that, and then the mango. All right, so we should be done with the scraps. So we are going to be using the Amazing Life stamp set. And now right now, this one is bundled with our rectangle stitched framelits that are in the Occasions catalog. The stitched rectangles are carrying over to the new catalog. This stamp set is not. So we're going to use it today, and we're using the cake image and the Life's Too Short to Say No to Cake. And what I did with that was I actually I put my tag together, or I cropped my tag, and then I put both of the stamps on the tag where I kind of wanted them to be, and then I just laid my clear block on top of it and picked them up. So now they're in the right spot. So I'm going to ink them up with Memento, because Memento is the ink that you use for Stampin' Blends markers, because Memento is a water-based ink, and Stampin' Blends markers are alcohol-based, which means they will not run together or bleed. Ah, I got my finger on there. I must have ink on my finger. Yes! Ah, dirty dog in the woods. I always do that. Anyway. And then, of course, if you were using watercoloring, you would use StazOn for that. Okay. All right, so there we have that. I'm going to let that dry for just a sec while I kind of throw these little circles on my cardstock here. So, and I'm going to purposely put them on so that they kind of hang off the edge a little bit. So I'm just going to add some glue. There must be a glue booger stuck in there. Hold on. All right, here's I've showed this before. I just have a piece of foam, and then I have some needles, pins in here. And when I have, oops, I poked myself. And when I have a blob that won't come out, to get that pin out of the way, I just kind of poke my glue down onto it and hope that it will kind of pick that out. And I think that it did. So hopefully the glue will start coming out now. Yay, look at that glue. And so I am purposely going to put them so that they're hanging off the edge a little bit, a lot of these. I just think it looks a little better. It's a little more random that way. So some of these are going to hang off the edge and some of them are not. And this one, I think maybe have it hang off both. We'll see how it works out. We'll add our little white one down here at the bottom, about like so. This little guy right there. This little soft seafoam bugger about right there. And then these last two I'm going to wait until I get my tag on there before I actually put those on, because I want them to kind of peek out from behind the tag. Okay, so we've got those on. Move that out of the way. Now back to our coloring. I don't have a excuse me, I got something stuck in my throat. I don't have a Berry Burst Stampin' Blend, but I kind of did a little scratch test. Did I keep it up here somewhere? I did not. So I took the Berry Burst Stampin' Write marker, the water-based marker, and I scribbled it on some cardstock, and then I used a bunch of my blends, scribbled it next to it to see which one was the best match, and I found that the Dark Blackberry Bliss was the best match for that. So we are going to put some glasses on first of all, because I can't see. Hold on. And I'm going to color this. So I'm going to just barely color this little bottom layer of the cake. And then the letter K also. Okay. And this won't take too long, I promise. I know some of you hate watching people color. And then we'll do that, that, and that in the candle. Now we'll bring in the Mango Melody. And this is the dark, I think. Yep, dark Mango Melody. So, of course, we're going to do the candle flame with that. And then we're also going to do the C and the E. And I just seriously love these markers, you guys. They blend so nicely. And we do have some new ones coming out in the catalog. We have 4 that are our new in colors. The let's see, Pretty Peacock, the Purple Posy, the, oh, what the heck is the blue called? Well, I had that cheater thing right next to me. Here it is. Purple Posy, Seaside Spray, Pretty Peacock, and Rococo Rose. We do not have a new Stampin' Blend in the terracotta tile, and the reason that is because the Cajun Craze is super close to that, and so we don't need one. But we are going to get them in all the other colors, and I just cannot wait. I just love using them. Anyway, we're doing our A in the Dark Soft Seafoam, and then we're also going to, oh, I should have done the Mango Melody, but the top of each layer of the cake, we're going to do Soft Seafoam. Okay, so this layer here will be Soft Seafoam. And then the top of this one here. And I forgot to do a tiny bit of mango down here on this part of this layer. And then this little skinny layer right there. Okay. Well, I can take these glasses off because I can't really see except up close. So here is our little tag. So we are going to add a little bit of the Berry Burst ruffled ribbon in there. Probably don't need quite that much. Okay. And I do have some cards that use this stamp set too that I want to show you. Where is my twine? Oh, here we go. And so I do have a little bit of this silver and white baker's twine here. This is also a retiring item along with this ruffled ribbon. Lots of goodies retiring this year. And then, of course, in the new catalog, there is a lot of really amazing stuff. What am I doing? Good grief. It's really not this hard, I promise. Okay. All I want to do is tie a bow, and I just seem to have a million thumbs working right here. No fingers at all. Okay. There. Ugh, missed the bow. All right. Okay, so we have a cute little white, and there's like silver twine or silver metallic thread inside in this, which is really cool. Okay, so back to our little polka dot guy here. So I am going to take some dimensionals and add them to the back of the tag. And we'll go 3. Oh, I have one stuck on my finger now. What do you know about that? And then I do like to press a nail into them. I mean, I barely have any nails. And oh my gosh, I'm looking at my hands. I need lotion. Bad. What do you do? Okay. So we're going to set this tag about like so. And then we have our 2 circles left. So the white one, I'm going to add a tiny bit of glue right. Come out, glue. Must be still clogged. Maybe I didn't get the booger out of there. That one can go right behind the tag there. And then this little one, I'm going to tuck underneath that. So there's just a tiny bit of it sticking out. Okay. And then all you have to do is just go around the card and just trim off all the excess that's hanging off the side. And I purposely, like I said, I purposely put these on hanging off the edge because I really like the randomness, which I'm sure is not a word, but it is for me. I like the randomness of it. Okay, so then we're just going to add this layer to the front of the card. Make sure we get it centered because that's kind of important. Not even. Scoot it over just a bit. Okay. Now that we've got that on, now we can trim the ribbon because we don't need it sticking off the card quite that much. There we go. And so there is our card. And I made another one using another color combination. Oh, you know what? I'm not actually done with it now that I bring in this other card. I found another color combination on this little color coach here under, was it Flirty Flamingo that I found this? Yep. Under Flirty Flamingo, I found Flirty Flamingo, Gorgeous Grape, and Night of Navy, and that's what this one is. So I have some Gorgeous Grape ribbon here on the end, colored that in with the blends, and I did forget one more thing I wanted to do was add some sequins to that. Where is my take your pick tool? Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to bring, let's see, you guys can see that. Yes. All right, so I'm just going to add some tiny dots of glue around, just kind of random dots. Put one there and maybe right there. Okay. And then I'm going to take my take your pick tool, and I've got the putty end here. Got our metallic sequins, and they are retiring, so I need to find some silver ones in here. Ah, maybe I should dump some into the lid, and then I would have a better chance to find them. This is a tiny one. There we go. Here's a little larger one that we will stick right here. Let's see. This is kind of a medium-sized one right there. Whoops, that was upside down. Okay. And another large one. We'll stick that right there. And I kind of want a medium-sized one. Where are you, medium? Where are you? How about that one? Is that medium? No. No, you're not. Well, I think we're going to go with large because that's what I can pick up right there. All right. So now it is actually done. So now it has a little bit of bling. And then here's the other one. So yeah, I thought that was kind of fun. Pretty simple. Just some little circles. I wish I still had the card that I made a few years ago because I think you guys would get, you would think it was cute. But I don't have it. So anyway. Okay, so we'll put some of these things away and then I'll get the cards made with this stamp set here. So here is one of them that you can see. So this has the large "So happy to have you in my life" image. This one down here, super fun. Some of our gingham paper. We've got the good luck here with the little 4-leaf clover and a bunch of green. And then we have this kind of fun, a little bit of a different kind of a fold there. with the cake and the happy birthday. And then we have this one here, a little watercoloring on top of that. And then this last one just has the So Happy to Have You in My Life with the Stampin' Blends, where I just kind of did dark and light to kind of make it a little bit ombre. So those are kind of fun. All right, moving on. We've got most of this cleaned up. And we need our final project. All right, so I am using our envelope punch board, and sadly, it's retiring. So we're going to make a fun file folder type card with it today. Get my paper. So we have, what is this? Powder Pink, which is retiring. The Coastal Cabana, which is not. Thank heavens, I'd have to cry. The Whisper White, and I'll tell you how I did that already. And then some scraps. And guess what? Guess where I found the color combination for this card? Yes, you guys are so smart. Off my color coach again. This one, I wanted to use Powder Pink. And so here we have at the bottom, Powder Pink, Coastal Cabana, and Shaded Spruce. So I'm not kidding you guys. This is a super, super handy tool. And it's not that hard to make. Like I said, you simply just print it out on white cardstock and then just cut it up and punch holes in it. So it's just a fun little thing there. All right, so I have this piece of Powder Pink measures 8 inches by 5.5. Hello, Ellen. Thanks for joining us. And I've got my trimmer, so I need to do some scoring. So I'm going to score this in one spot, and it's only at 3 3/4. I don't think I have that in the frame. So 3 3/4, okay? So there we go. And I'm looking at this. Did I actually cut this right? Yeah, I think I did. Did you ever do that? Did you ever second guess yourself? Yeah, all day long, Barb. Barb does that. Okay, so we're going to fold this. So now you can see that we have a gap up here. Okay? So we're going to bring in our envelope punch board, and we're going to lay our card open with the longer section at the top here. And I am going to put this so that the edge of my card is like right in the middle of this word bubble, for lack of a better term. So I'm putting that so that's right in the middle of the word bubble, and I'm going to punch it. And then I'm going to slide this over so the edge of my card is about at the 3-inch mark here on the punch board. Okay, so we've got that. So this is what we have. So now, oh, I might need this again to do some more punching. I'm going to bring my trimmer back in, and I'm going to cut this section off. Okay, so how I'm going to do that is I'm going to lay it in, butt it up against the top here, and then I'm going to, this little valley here, I'm going to put that so that it's right in my track, just barely, barely showing. And then I'm going to bring in my cutting blade, start it in that valley, and chop that off. So now it actually looks like a file folder. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so then we need to round these. I want to have this corner and this corner rounded. So I'm going to slide these into the punch board. And at the top of the punch board here is a corner rounding punch. So you can see I now have rounded corners on those pieces there. And I'm actually going to round this one too, so that it actually really looks like a file folder. So fun. Okay. So now we have a piece of Coastal Cabana, and this measures what? This measures 3.5 by 4 3/4. 4 3/4, yes. It doesn't go all the way across, but I don't want it to. I purposely cut it a little bit short. But I also need to round the tops of this piece here. So we're going to bring that back in, and we're going to just crop off 2 of these here. So now these are going to mimic the top of this front of the folder. Okay. So then I have a piece of Whisper White, and this measures 3 1/4 by 4.5, I think. Yes, there's a piece of hair. And then I ran this through the ruffled embossing folder. It's retiring. And you could use any folder. It wouldn't make any difference. I just kind of like that one. So that's why I used it. Okay, so we're going to glue all these pieces together. So we will first glue our ruffled piece of white. And I did corner round the tops of this white piece too. So we are going to adhere that to this like so. Okay. Then I have some of the Coastal Cabana. This is Bermuda Bay. I think it's Bermuda Bay, but it matches Coastal Cabana, so that's amazing. These mini striped ribbon, and I'm going to tie a little knot. And I always like to tie my knots around stuff. I've mentioned this numerous times. I like a nice tight knot. And if I have to tie it around paper, I'm not as good at that. Whoops, that wasn't nice and flat. I'm not as good at tying it around paper as I am around tying it around a bottle and then adding it to my project. So that's why I do this. Maybe some of you are like me and you're crazy about knots. Okay, so here's our little knot. Here we go. We'll trim that off. And we'll trim this side off like so. We're going to snip that. And we're going to add this to the corner of this piece here. So I'm going to wrap that around. And I'm going to tape it down with some Scotch tape. Okay. Oops, that's not quite where I want it. So we're going to redo that side. So we'll do this side. And we're going to redo this one. Okay. Because I want my knot to be in the center of the corner. And it wasn't. All right. So now we're going to add another, more glue. That's kind of a lot, but it's all right. And we're going to put this, like I said, over on the left edge. Try to make it straight again. Okay. Press that into place. And now I have some scraps of powder pink and Coastal Cabana and, what did I say that was? Shaded Spruce. I have a sentiment out of the Retiring Sunshine Sayings stamp set. We're using the So Happy For You. And we're going to use the Shaded Spruce ink on the white. So I'm going to ink this up. Okay. And we're going to stamp it. And I'll measure this little strip here in just a sec. I think it's about 5/8. Ugh. Could that be any more crooked? Do over. Better. I think. Am I blind or is it actually better? It's good enough. Okay, so then I'm going to slide this into my, what do you call this? The banner triple punch, and I'm going to snip off the end. So I'm just going to line it up so that it looks like it's even and snip it off. Whoops, it needs a little more than that. That's good. Okay. And then we'll snip that like so. And now we're done with the ink. And now I'm going to bring in my little bitty blossoms or bitty blooms. Can't ever remember what that's called. Punches. And I'm going to get, there are 3 flowers and a little leaf and flower middle. So I'm going to get each flower punch. I'm going to punch out of each of these colors. Whoops. So we're getting a powder pink and a Coastal Cabana out of each one. Okay. And then we're going to add some leaf images. Just a second here. So now we have 6 flowers. And now we're going to get some leaves. So this gives you a flower middle and a leaf. I don't necessarily need the flower middles, so I'm not going to care if they don't come out perfectly. So I'm just kind of, this is a scrap, but it's actually working quite conveniently while I can just punch around the circle. Okay, so we're going to get some of these little circles out of the way because we don't need them. We need the leaves only. Okay. Bye-bye, little circles. All right, so now we have our leaves and our flowers. And we have our Take Our Pick tool, or take your pick. Take my pick, take somebody's pick. And on one end of this tool, you can have the stylus end, or you can have the spatula and piercing end. So I have the stylus end. There are 2 ends, a small stylus and a large stylus. And you just slide that in there and lock it into place. And so I'm going to take my little flowers and I'm going to put them in the palm of my hand, and I'm going to put that little ball of that stylus and I'm going to squeeze my hand together. Okay. And that just gives my little flower some dimension. I'm going to do that to all of them. Okay. So that when I stick it on my little file folder, it's going to look a lot cuter because it's going to have dimension. Dimension is good. Okay. That, like so. So now we have all of those. So we're going to bring the card back in. I'm going to move these just slightly out of the way, move that stuff out of the way. And I've got my little sentiment piece here, and I am going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to put it on flat. I'm going to put it on with some glue so that it's kind of hanging off the two pieces that I put on there. So I did that on purpose so that I could have my little banner kind of hang off the edge there. Okay, so now we're going to bring our little glue dots back in, and I am going to also bring in a, what do you call that? Silicone mat. Whoops, so I'm going to add my flowers. I'm going to give them a glue dot, each one. And I'm going to put them on my silicone mat so they're not going to like stick to the mat. And then I'll be able to find them because it's dark. Oops, except when it flies off the mat, then you're not going to find it. What the heck? Okay. And this little guy here, finally. All right, so then all I have to do is I'm just going to kind of randomly throw these flowers onto my card. How do I want that? That one? Maybe that? Is that not random enough? Do I need another one maybe? Maybe I need another one. Let's go another of this color. And we'll just pick this bunch here. And we'll take our stylus, smash it, glue dot it, and maybe we'll stick that up here just so we have a little bit of an oddness. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the putty end of my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to touch it to a leaf, and I'm going to add a tiny bit of glue to the leaf, like that, and then I can just shove it underneath the petals with my Take Your Pick tool. And I'm just going to kind of randomly throw these on wherever. I don't really have rhyme or reason to it for the most part. Okay, just keep doing this. So, I mean, it's a little bit putsy, but using this tool really makes it go fast. Put one like right there. Oh my gosh, this is like so cute. Oops, I put the glue on the wrong end. Lift that up just a tad. There we go. Oh, you little stinker. Okay, and I don't know, how about one? Well, that one I didn't press very hard. Under this one here, maybe? Wow. So much. Okay, and then the last thing I'm going to do is bring in some rhinestones. And we're going to put some rhinestones in the middle of all of the flowers. I need to fix that leaf. Nope, you know what? We're just going to pull that right off because we have plenty of leaves over here. We don't need to deal with one that doesn't want to cooperate with us. So we're not gonna. We're just gonna get rid of it. Okay. There we go. And then we're going to bring in our rhinestones. And these come off so stinking easy when you use this Take Your Pick tool. It's just like ridiculous how simple it is. Oh man, this is turning out even better than I had hoped. So cute. Yay! Look at that, you guys. So stinking cute. All right, so there it is. And then you just can put your message in there, whatever you want to do. Oh my gosh, I'm really happy with how that turned out. So remember to share the video to be entered in the drawing. Join my In Color Club and order my product shares on my blog. I'm going to bring the rest of the cards in here for you. Okay, move that out of the way. So we have our fun screen card. Remember, it stands up like that. So thank you to Angela so much for the idea for that. Our fun file folder card. And then our little polka dot card with our other one that kind of matches it. So you can always check my blog, barbstamps.com. I always have tons of fun stuff there to share with you. Shoppingwithbarb.com is my shopping website. And yeah, you guys, thanks so much. And I'll look forward to seeing you here tomorrow when I get my Everything is Rosy kit. I'll post a reminder when I'm going to go live, and then I'm going to go live and show you everything in it. And maybe I'll make a couple cards with it. So thanks, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.